Welcome, one and all, to another video within the New York by Night venue. This one is specifically geared towards the hunter venue, and is really geared towards a very particular hunter. A hunter who has been at this for a lot longer than most, and has been showing a little bit of wear and tear as we find her actually within her own tattoo parlor. She is current and is coming up to the end of your shift, and you are free to go from there and describe how you complete your day.
Juno will be after the last client leaves and after cleaning up her supplies and sterilizing the various items that she uses in her trade. Juno will count out the money in the till and make sure to document all of the fees that she's collected for the day before finally going about to shut off each individual booth's lights and things of that nature.
Okay, okay. And as you're doing that, your boss comes up, and you almost immediately recognize it as a familiar figure. Not not immediately of the present, but maybe of certainly of your past, as he comes up to you. And he has this very, very deep, deep lines across his face, and he's coming at you, and you're almost subconsciously recognizing as a few different figures, as your father, as your old boss, as someone who's concerned about you, and he's like, we need to talk.
Juno will let out a heavy sigh and then look up to him. Can't wait until morning. Been at this
Now,
for hours.
the morning may not come. Look, you're good. You're really good. There, I have this. There's no saying that once you get onto a project, that you just create art. But if you keep doing this, if you keep if you keep letting out early, if you keep coming in late, if you keep doing this, and he's saying the words, it's almost as if that they're completely out of context to the time frame and that you're living in. What is distracting you? If it's drugs, I can help you with that. If it's a relationship, I can help you with that. I just don't want to be a month.
You, you know full well that you drug test here. You know I'm not on anything.
Well, damn straight. I better hope I'm paying for good money. Look, I don't want a month from now for someone to take your boot, your boot. It may be some punk ass kid, but at least some punk ass kid is here. He's churning out complete garbage compared to what you do, but at least he's here. He's making money. Meaning he's doing the business. I'm not doing this because I'm an asshole. I'm doing this because I'm running a business here. And if I can't count on you, I don't know what to do.
Juno's just gonna look at her advertisement book, various bits of artwork she's done over the past few years, and pick it up and then hand it over to him. If you think you can find someone better to do it, here you go.
No, I can't find someone better. That's why this sucks. I can find someone to do the work. That's the problem. I need someone who can consistently do work.
Yeah, well, I got things going on, and I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon.
Is it is it home life? You know the book. You know the book. You know the book of emergencies. If you need the book of emergencies, take it from the store. I can get in the book. And when he says book of emergencies, you almost know instinctively exactly what it is. It is a book of suicide hotlines, of abuse hotlines, of meticulous emergency calls, but you know specifically what book you It's the, oh shit, I'm in so much trouble and don't know what to do look.
Gina's just gonna kind of scoff a bit and take the book from her boss. Manny, I've been working for you for a really long time. I think you know well enough that if I was looking to check out, I'd have done it by now.
I just hope you just don't check out too soon. And again, the image before you, the figure before you, you know it as your boss. You know it as your past boss. You know it as your father figures from your past. And again, they sort of blur and shift and then disappear as you're firmly at the doorway to the rest of the world, the doorway to the exit to the shop.
So I just kind of acquiesce, kind of disappear.
If you want to call out to the spirit more, you can call out. No guarantee you'll answer, though.
At seeing something disappear, she's going to be a little bit on her guard at this point.
Okay, perfectly reasonable.
And let's see. I think she'll roll her. What is the thing for discern?
Yeah, perception plus zeal.
Perception and zeal.
Okay. Good. More successes mean that, well, more successes mean good things.
As always. Alright, so perception 2 and zeal 4. And this is not a gamble. They'll know what Juno's for. Come on, dice string. There we go. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. I'm gonna count those as two successes because something weird is happening, and you're not quite sure what it is. But I will catalog these two successes, and when something interesting happens, you will know. You are currently at the front door for the tattoo parlor. You go outside, or you stay inside. Am I still connected? Oh, you're making me nervous, Vinny. Making me nervous.
It's been doing that all day.
Okay. So you're now at the front of the tattoo parlor. What do you do?
Right. Does it look like there's anything odd going on outside? Or is there anything odd going on inside?
Inside, inside is your sanctuary of sorts. Everything looks as is. It is your workshop. You are intimately familiar with the ins and outs of this one place. It is the one place of concrete that you know of. Outside, you go outside the back door or the front door? Just real quick.
Mm. Juno's actually going to stop by her workbench and unlock the bottom door.
Okay. You you unlock your workbench and everything seems perfectly in order until you see your hunting knife. The knives you typically go out and hunt with. That big dumb bandolier or extra hidey holes you have, it's there.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be there. You kept that in a safe place. What is that thing doing here?
Actually, that's what she was going for. But okay. She's going to take a few steps back, narrow her eyes before reaching out and grabbing hold of the bandolier.
Okay. As you grab a hold of the bandolier, you also notice the meticulous needles and dyes and stuff. And actually, you look at your sketchbook. And as you look at your sketchbook, it's open to one particular page. Um, this page is actually from months ago, in which you did a special commission for. It looks like the hunter symbol actually, particularly for the safety one, the one that the hunter defenders use.
Just gonna look at it and look over the tattoo. Think of Trent first.
Yes, my name.
Hmm. And then she's going to drop the sketchbook back and then reach into the bottom drawer, and on the bottom side she's actually going to grab the spare pistol.
Perfectly reasonable. You pick up this spare pistol, and do you put it like in a holster, or what are you gonna do with that?
She's got a concealed carry, so she's going to pop the mag first to make sure.
Okay. As you pop the mag, you realize there's only one bullet left in it.
Now, she knows for a fact that isn't normal, so she is actually going to, so close. She's going to spend one conviction to activate second sight.
Okay. Question. And if you answer my question sufficiently enough, I'll let you have it. How do you tell what is an illusion within your own mind?
Well, normally, the reason she has that pistol in the bottom of that drawer is for protection, not necessarily just against naturals, but also against, intruders, because she doesn't shift. So normally it's for, as anybody would tell you.
Okay,
So
yes.
for just being one round in there, that's definitely somewhat odd.
Yes. I'm not saying that the situation isn't odd, but do you happen to answer my question? How do you tell the illusion when you're inside your own mind?
Well, I guess that all comes down to a individual's perception of what is supposed to be there and what isn't.
Yes, indeed. If you actually want to spend conviction, I'll let you do it. It's not going to be as effective as it's supposed to be, but there you go.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to say that she's gonna have to spend it to do it, because she doesn't. I'm guessing she doesn't know she's in a dream at the moment.
Sure. You can reasonably assume that.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
just gonna put that as a little checklist I have for things you could do.
okay.
Right. You spend the conviction point, and as you're looking inside, everything seems fairly okay. There's nothing super suspicious. I mean, yeah, your gun didn't have a lot of bullets, and you're feeling some obliqueness, oblique, obliqueness in your mind when you think about the gun,
Mhm.
and you think about all the times you've actually had to use it, and as you're thinking about that, you look at the magazine again, and you realize there's like one more bullet in it.
Hmm. So there's an additional bullet every time, or after I thought about it.
Yes. You think about all the times you've ever actually had to use it, and I'll reasonably say that you've had to use it in one or two fights, and you've shot it one or two times. And because you did that, the memories are coming back that yeah, you have those bullets in that gun.
Hmm. Can I make a intelligence occult to see if I can work out that maybe that's what I need to continue to do?
Uh, I'll let you have it at Witsical difficulty 7.
What's occult difficulty 7? Okay. Wits is 3. Occult is 2. 5. 3 successes.
Okay. Um, you're pretty sure that memory is in fact the key. When you remember something, it seems to be there, and almost subconsciously you realize that if you thought about something, it may return to you for some odd reason. This has something to do with dream path and maybe something you realize is fairy tales or some of it bullshit. But as in, if you clap your hands, the fairy will be alive. But you're generally getting onto that vein. And with your spin point of conviction, yeah, this seems to be more and more what you're trying to do here. You may not be, you're control of yourself right now. Not sure about everything else.
Hmm. She's going to test something then. She's going to look at the regular handgun in her hand, the 9mm, and she's going to close her eyes. And she's going to try and think of all the times she's been to the range when she's used a heavier caliber pistol.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, uh, roll willpower, difficulty 9. She trying to raw do this.
Yeah, close. No cigar.
You think about it. You think about how your hand is supposed to hold it, and then you realize that the way you would hold a Desert Eagle or something is totally different from the way you would hold your emergency pistol. So it stays the emergency pistol, unfortunately.
Alright, then she's just going to try and continue to remember a fully loaded magazine.
Like, um, okay. Again, difficulty 8 for right now. It's not because it's coming easier, but because you're doing less of a huge stretch.
2 successes.
Okay, okay. You now have a half full magazine.
She'll settle for it and pop the slide back in and crank the slide back to chamber around and then place it into a holster at the small of her back.
Okay, okay. Totally reasonable. Totally fucking reasonable. Now, what do you do from here?
She's going to go out of the back of the building.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. That actually makes what I'm trying to do a whole much easier. As you go at the back, there's there you see the stone and brickwork before you, and as you leave the tattoo parlor, you almost subconsciously know that the door behind you is now locked because it's not business time right now; it's locked. And before you go on the brickwork, you see not one, not two, but three claw marks.
She's going to scratch the back of her head, walk over to the claw marks, and just place a finger against them. About how big are they compared to her fingers?
Um, mm, they're about comparable size, maybe a little smaller, but as you put your actual hand on it, they seem to grow a bit more.
Hmm. Are they? How are they showing up under second sight?
They look like they belong in this place.
Hmm. Then I guess a
Do me a quick conviction, difficulty 8.
conviction.
Yeah, difficulty 8.
You want zeal?
No,
Or
no,
no?
just you straight conviction full.
Right. Sorry. It's been a little while. 2 successes.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, let's see. You're starting to think that maybe you know this is the real world. You know this is all correct. but you're starting to think that this is the real world plus for some reason. Just like you are a normal person, but plus, this world is a normal world, but plus.
Hmm. She's just going to continue on. She's going to do her perception and a little, yeah, alertness roll to see if she can't see any more signs beyond the claw marks.
Go ahead.
2 successes.
Yeah, those are actually two fairly good successes. Oh, this is gonna be nice. As you actually leave the alleyway to go about your normal day, because why would you spend all your time in the alleyway? This is again more the real life slash dream logic sort of clashing right here. And as you look across the street, you start to see what is an uh, item from medical staff. And as you look closer, you almost subconsciously don't want to realize it, but you know it's there. You know exactly what that thing is. You know it's medical. You know it's used for bloodletting or injections or taking blood samples. You know exactly what that medical thing is, and you do not want to see it.
Uh, she's going to she's going to feel a bit peckish, and she's going to have to roll willpower here to see if she can't go towards it.
Okay, okay, totally reasonable.
Depending on the difficulty, she's good either way.
You got two nines. I'll allow that. You can totally go closer to what you know it is.
She's gonna walk towards the needle, and
Specifically, it's a syringe.
yeah, she's gonna get a bit queasy, but she's gonna crouch down and look at it and investigate.
Okay, okay. And as you investigate it, you notice some tiny trails of what looks a bit of a blood on the part of the needle, but inside the syringe, you are intimately familiar with the drug of choice in the syringe. You notice its hue, you notice its consistency, you notice its color. In fact, you would almost bet your darn life that am I still coming through?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. It, something unrelated popped up on my screen. You are intimately familiar with that syringe. You could almost feel the residence of cold hard cash and compensation flowing from it and through it and to you.
She's gonna look at the syringe, and she's gonna, since she knows what it is, she's gonna pick up the plastic part of the tube and just look it over. Look at the end. Is it? It's bloody, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it's been freshly used.
Then she's going to kind of get extremely quiet and see if she can't make a perception and alertness roll. See if she can't hear anything, like the sounds of somebody nearby maybe going through a high or a trip or something like that.
Hmm, that's reasonable, actually. Go ahead.
This would be difficulty 4, I think.
Tell me on difficulty 4.
Well, she has acute sense hearing, so she can hear things a lot better than others.
Okay, okay, again, try to justify that inside your own head.
Okay, given that she knows things are not quite as normal as they normally would be.
I'll give it to you at difficulty 5. Don't worry about it. You got
Okay.
um as you're trying to listen for something, it's almost as if something is answering your question. This question you have to this world is being answered, and you hear what looks like distant fuck off high music and dubstep maybe. As you hear someone it's mowing a bit, is moaning, and you definitely hear a familiar voice you really don't want to hear anymore, but he's there. You know what it is. He's moaning, and then you can't hear anything else though.
Gonna walk towards the moaning.
Okay, okay, sure, fantastic. The moaning actually leads you not away from the tattoo parlor and further down the street. As you get closer and closer, you're starting to see something that looks like a bar actually. A dive stain bar. In fact, the name of the bar is the Black Stain Dive. And and as you're thinking about this, you realize you know there's a bar like that around here, but it's not exactly your favorite. In fact, this is something completely fucking different. And because you've got your second sight up and a little bit of your discern up, you just realize that this is an intrusion upon what is actually supposed to be here. It doesn't look unnatural. It just not what's supposed to be here.
Hmm. Can I still hear the moaning at this point?
At this point, the moaning was so very brief. If mm, it, it was there at one point, but it's more like you're getting the sensation in flashes.
Hmm. Well, she's gonna stop at the edge of the building and see if she can't look into a window.
Okay. Hmm. You find one of those stained glass windows with like the green and white and yellow tints. And as you
Hmm.
look in, you see someone it looks like they're singing karaoke and it looks like a mostly empty bar actually. There's not even a bartender on staff.
Hmm. Just gonna loop around to the back of the building.
Sure, perfectly reasonable. Um, you find more of a oh yeah alleyway and what looks again like a drug paraphernalia, and signs for like alcohol here, domestic and foreign brews, and you see something that looks like a balcony up top where someone could like sit down and drink.
Hmm. Is there any way to shimmy up to this point?
Uh, hmm, hmm. If you want to get up there, make me a dexterity plus athletics.
Alright. Just make sure I didn't spend. Well, yeah, that's fine. Dex Athletics. 6.
Did I say dex athletics? I said wits athletics.
Oh. Then we'll just take one of these
Uh,
successes out.
that works out pretty good. Because you realize that it's not your arms moving, it's something else. It's still you that's moving, but you're not using your physical body to do. You're using just your knowledge and your ability to move stuff around. And with 2 successes, yeah, you can get on top of that balcony.
Hmm. What do
And
I see when I'm up there?
you see a few tables, you see what looks like a few fallen soldiers, and by fallen soldier I mean beer bottles. Those on tables, not being attended to. You see, yeah, you get a little bit of turn up. You see whiffs of phantoms, for lack of a better word, like substantial but insubstantial at the same time. But like there, and then when rational, and then when you acknowledge them, they're not there anymore. And each time you do this, the phantoms disappear one by one. And you can still hear what sounds like karaoke down at the base of the bar.
Just gonna try and be as stealthy as she can getting down there, just to get just far enough down to look down into the bar on the stairwell.
Okay, okay. Again, wits stealth. Wits. W-I-T, not dex.
Alright, wits and stealth. I really need to up that stealth. No successes.
Okay, okay, okay. You sort of move around, and you quickly realize that what you think is as perfectly rational, you're just standing on you're just standing at the platform to go upstairs, and everyone there, if anyone was there, they're definitely seeing you. And up on the karaoke stage, again, you don't see anyone in particular. You see the bar, you see some tables, and you see the karaoke machine, and there's a figure there, just singing a song. He's a very peculiar figure because he's got looks like goat hooves on his legs, and what looks like uh, goats um horns on his head as well. And he's
So,
actually
hooves and horns.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's actually singing a damn song, and it's just flipping through your head. It's something like hey, 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 nothing's the matter with your head, baby.
It
Fine,
has to die. It has to die now.
come on and find it. Yeah, hell with it, baby, 'cause you're fine and you're. He looks at you and he's like, oh, oh shit! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I am so fucking sorry. But look, I'm sorry. I was just trying to find my way elsewhere, and I just sort of happened to find this place by accident. I'm so sorry.
You need a quick exit? You need to find a way to get out of here?
Like, I don't think that's even possible, technically. I think I'm kind of stuck here, actually. Um, whatever place I'm in is actually very solidly constructed. And it's really hard for me to leave, actually.
Hmm. Well, why can't you leave?
Uh, let's just say that there are very, very few solid places where I find myself. And to be honest, I never thought that I would actually meet the host of this place here. So sorry about that.
Host of this place.
Yeah, yeah. The 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 the, the, the person who is keeping this place running. Um, look, I'm in some trouble here. Typically, I don't, walk off the path that often, but since I did it, I sort of screwed myself. Uh, sorry? Uh, I need help.
Gina's just gonna walk up to the stage and look at the monitor that he's singing off of.
Okay, okay. And you can see the rest of the words streaming down, even though he's not really paying attention to it anymore.
Okay. So you're here. Can't get out, I'm guessing. You're stuck here?
Yeah, until something else happens. I'm not really in control of the situation.
Hmm. She's gonna step up onto the stage, and she's just gonna point at his horns. New hairstyle?
Um, to be honest, they've only been that like that for maybe a month.
Hmm. She's gonna take a few more steps to advance up on him.
The advance on what?
She's gonna advance up onto him, like take a few steps towards him.
Uh, hmm, he'd probably be okay with this. I know what he's gonna. I know what he's thinking. Is he's like, hey, maybe this. You can see it on his face that, hey, maybe this wasn't such a bad idea after all. Like, hi, 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 how we doing?
She's gonna look back over at the bar and everything. Just you? No one around? No prying eyes to see anything fun or interesting that might happen?
Uh, yeah. If I accidentally kind of brought part of me here when I was stuck here because I didn't really have anything to do, and yeah, there's not really anyone here. I can't really control other people. It's not how it works.
Hmm. So then, what are you?
I'm here. This is kind of where I am.
No. I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm saying, what are you specifically?
Um, I was a colonist. I don't know exactly what I am, but I'll try to explain a bit. Um, I was a student, a fairly okay student, and then I couldn't pay, my fucking tuition, and then, well, I was also a bar boy for a little bit, and I started, using a bit more than I should, and well, I sort of fell into a very, very strange place. I- it's like it's like when you close your eyes and you sort of drift away while you're trying to while you're supposed to be, like pay attention to something.
Hmm. All right then. What's with the horns and the hooves?
To be honest, I think they're artifacts of something that was supposed to be a part of me, like, I don't know, maybe a millennia ago, or what people keep telling me. They keep telling me I have a past life or some bullshit. All I know is that, things are really, really complicated, and, things I once, took advantage of as being real suddenly become, in question.
So would it be safe to say that you're not entirely human?
That's what people keep telling me, and I would really appreciate if you would stop, if you don't say that again, because it makes me feel bad. It, I always thought I was human until, well, something happened. Not a great person, but I was still a person.
Hmm. All right. So you've got horns, hooves. You're in a place that's kind of surreal. Where are we? What is this place?
Um, this specific building, it's the Black Stain Bar. Well, it's sort of my place. It's,
No. I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm saying that something doesn't feel right here. I know the difference between how things are supposed to be and how they're not. And I can tell that everything I've done for, about the past 30 minutes is completely off. It feels surreal. It feels like that my mind has some sort of dominion over this place to a point when it
oh,
really shouldn't.
wait. Is this your first time lucid? And then the next word he says sort of gets clouded over and shadowed. Well, they definitely said a word there.
Can I roll anything to try and perceive it?
Roll perception awareness difficulty 8.
Perception and awareness. Good old 4 dice. Need I
Oh
say
well,
more?
good fucking job. You definitely did that. He says lucid, and he almost says dream, and then you realize he's saying like 20 other things at the same time. Astral projection, leaving your body, mindscape, deep logistics, understanding, and stuff like that nature. He even says alien psi powers or being abducted for some reason. All of them feel right, and then all of them feel wrong as well.
She's gonna. Oh, I don't think I have the lore to support this, do I?
Yeah, maybe. But what do you got? What do you got?
Oh, I was gonna say that she's had a few encounters with Veronica, and she's seen the post on HunterNet, and I can't remember if they mentioned the dreaming or not.
Uh, I'm gonna be really really nice. Don't tell the other SDs I was nice. But making intelligence plus a cold difficulty.
Intelligence plus occult, difficulty 8. Would it be alright if I spent a willpower on this one? This definitely seems one of those things that I'd have to come through on.
Like, go ahead.
Good thing I did.
Okay, okay. With one paladin power, you, it's not immediately of the Irish collective culture, but you do realize something from Japan culture actually. Something called being spirited away. It's where people will suddenly go missing on countryside, and if no adequate explanations provided, or if they, find the body just dead otherwise, it's said that the soul of the person is spirited away. And this feels something like that.
She's gonna kind of walk up on Goat Boy. And she's gonna press herself up against him. Can you tell me how to get out of here?
And as you're up against him, his hands, you see his hands, they sort of relax, go to the side, think of your side, and they go around you, doing, they're finding a nice spot at the back of your, the back of your back, the lower back. There's like, typically for you it's easy, for me it's difficult.
Alright. How do I do it?
Um, the way I see it naturally done is just you let the you let the event run its course, and well, then you're done. He says as he's starting to grab your buttocks. It's nice.
She's gonna allow it for right now. And what if I wanted to get out of it now? What if I wanted to wake up before I was supposed to?
You got a good friend on the other side.
Well, I have some friends on the other side. I don't know how I could get in contact with them if I'm not necessarily there.
Yeah. Uh, may- well, he says, well, maybe if you just like jumped into their dreams, but then again, that's difficult. That's like fucking retarded, hard actually. Don't do that. That's crazy. That's how you get lost. That's how you get my lost.
So, if what you're telling me is correct, I'm currently lucidly astral projecting, spirited away mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty much. And
And
anything you do here, I'll give you this one for free because I know we're both lost. So anything you do here technically doesn't count. Well, it counts kind of, but not really. So if you were thinking of taking off that nice leather coat here and skipping down to your skippies, no one would know. No one would care. Oh, I would care. But that's only because I would like to see that.
oh, is he wearing a shirt currently?
Yeah, he's wearing a shirt.
Okay. So you're saying that pretty much anything I do here is inconsequential? I could punch my boss in the face.
Yeah, yeah, totally. No one would know. No one would know.
Could drink my weight in vodka if I wanted to.
Like, you're thinking small time. Think about flying. No, seriously, don't fly. Flying is a bad idea.
Hmm. And if I were to run afoul of something that, say, wanted to do me harm, if it were to harm me here?
Uh, really depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about, something you dream up, maybe, I don't know. But if you're thinking about something that invaded, well, I don't really know. I just know it's bad.
Hmm.
Basically.
She'll kind of nod at that point. Okay, okay. She'll look up at him, and she'll place a hand on his cheek. Pull your shirt up.
Okay, okay. He sort of leans off his jacket and starts pulling up his shirt a bit over his head.
Once it gets to that point, she's going to pull one of the knives out of the bandolier and then just place it right up against the bottom of his neck.
And he's like, yeah, yeah, good job, good job. And he's like, huh, okay. He
Now I
says,
want you to listen to me very carefully.
okay, fuck
I don't
me.
know.
Why did I do this? This is a stupid idea. Why did I have to fall into this stream?
You can make it out of this just fine.
Okay,
But what I want to know is why I am suddenly able to be in a altered state and have almost complete and total control over what I'm seeing, what I'm doing, and why there seems to be somebody else inside what I'm, as you describe it, is supposed to be just mine.
um, okay, that's a lot of questions. Can I like pull my shirt off or can I put it down?
No, no, you can't.
It's like, can I at least like put my hands up and just pull the shirt and then my head is showing
Nope.
because I can't really see and it's sort of claustrophobic in here.
Yeah, I know. It's a problem. Trust me, the alternative is not something you want to deal with.
Okay then, man. He's fine. The tree. Anyways, um, see if I can explain a little bit. I assume you've practiced at lucid dreaming before, right?
I've had some interesting experiences in my life.
No, no, I didn't. I didn't ask you about your experiences. I'm asking you, have you practiced lucid dreaming before?
Like I said, I've had an interesting life. Take that for what you will.
Okay then. And yeah. Okay. Yes, this is your own private space, but it's more like everyone else's private space as well. To be a little more clear, um, this is a part of a hive mind setup. Like, you know how you like Beowulf computers together and how theoretically each computer is its own little thing, but technically it's connected to everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the situation here.
And you found your way in how?
I was just sort of walking the Beowulf clusters, trying to find something interesting to do, and well, it sort of it sort of fell. I sort of tripped. I sort of got lost, and then I found a little place that's well, not my place, but close enough to my place, and just did a few things here and there, and it became my place. And yeah, we weren't using the spot, so I just sort of took over a bit.
So what you're telling me is that you invaded my space. You've essentially violated me in some regard by entering into a place that you had no permission to enter.
Um, if a person accidentally walks into your shop, is he technically invading?
No, 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 no. It's totally different. If somebody walks into where I do business, it's public domain. They can walk right in. As far as I'm concerned, you've walked into my headspace, my thought patterns, my...
Yeah, technically yes, and technically no. Again, Beowulf culture. Everyone owns everything. Everyone owns nothing. Everyone owns their own little island.
And so you walked in here, and for some reason I've come here when I've never been here before.
Oh,
Not like this.
that's sort of strange. Maybe this is a particularly harrowing event. You're not going through a moment where your life flashes your eyes because those can be bad.
No. Well, after what I've been through, I think it would take quite a bit for my life to flash in front of my eyes.
Okay then. I assume that's part of the reason why you have the knife to my throat.
Yeah, let's just say I've had it rough over the past few months, and I don't particularly feel safe without him.
Like, hey then. Uh, really, it's like the crazy thing is that I know this would suck, but it wouldn't, like, totally suck. But I don't want it to happen either. So yeah, this is largely inconvenience.
Alright then, how do I make this run its course?
Um, well, first you take the knife away from my throat, and then I'll answer your question.
I don't think you're in a position to barter.
It's like, okay, then, does it ever come to a point where I get to put my hands down because my arms are getting tired?
You tell me how I can make this run its course, and I promise you, the knife will be taken away, you can put your shirt down.
Yeah, okay. Um, to be honest, uh, how to phrase this so you don't go batshit crazy because this can be batshit crazy. Um, uh, okay. How about this? Right now you're caught in a collection of ideas, of thought patterns, of things that are familiar and things that are unfamiliar. Um, while you while you're asleep, your brain just sort of turns everything off, then turns something on, and you make random connections. It's part of neurology that you'll make more and more connections and things go on. Partly it's how you transfer small-term memory into long-term memory, from how you're trying to relive everything, how you're trying to settle your thoughts, how you're trying to come at peace with what's happening to you. And if you don't come to peace with what's happening to you, I don't know about your life, maybe it's super fucking stressful, or maybe it's really fucked up, but if you come to things, everything becomes okay again. If you deal with it, you mostly come out fine. And if you don't deal with it okay, well, then part of this world starts seeping into the real world, and then yeah, that's bad.
Hmm. Okay.
So I put my hand down.
She'll pull the knife away. She'll still
It's like,
hold it in her hand, but she takes a step back from him.
okay. He'll take this turn to fucking jerk back on. It's like if, if you wanted to ask me questions, you didn't have to like hold me up.
She's going to point at some of the. I'm guessing she still has a few injuries on her.
Yeah, sure. In your mind's eye, you still have those injuries, I
Yeah.
guess.
She's going to point at those and be like, I didn't get these all that long ago, and they were from some things that didn't belong in the real world.
Well, fan fucking tastic. Again, not particularly my problem, but I can relate.
Well, it is your problem because you're in my headspace, so you're going to help me figure this out, or I can just finish what I started.
Uh, 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 the, no, the, fuck me. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe helping you complete the event will get me out of here as well. By the way, when
Maybe
did you
it
go to
will.
sleep?
I don't even remember going to sleep, so I must have dozed off at work.
Oh, that's not dangerous. That's not dangerous at all. He says, and yeah, it's actually very dangerous. Okay, okay, okay. Um, what were you thinking about when you what was the last thing you were thinking about? What's the earliest memory that you're thinking of right now?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. We'll backtrack. We'll start from there and go later.
Um, I cut somebody in half with a chainsaw not too long ago.
Jesus!
Hey, to be fair, he had horns, he had fire, and he was hurting people that I work with.
D- Jesus! Are, you- are you like in a sense of gangland combat or something? Jesus! Are you lumber? Like, oh my god! Oh my god!
To
Oh,
be
oh.
fair, it didn't kill him.
Like,
I,
no, no, no. What? He didn't kill him? You shot him with a
mhm.
chainsaw? I think. Ah!
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay, okay.
know. I had something of a similar reaction.
It's like I need a drink. I need a drink, and almost without thought. Yeah, almost yes, with thought, and then without recognition, he pulls the beer mug from up from behind him. He's like, really starts sucking. Oh god, oh god, okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna find my happy space.
Just
I'm not gonna be
breathe,
crazy.
breathe, breathe. In for 5, out for 5. In for 10, out for 10.
Okay, okay, okay. So, chainsawed someone in half.
When I say someone, I'm going to use that term loosely. I
I'm
don't
gonna
think.
do someone as in I don't know your dream, but yeah. Okay, go through that. Go through that. I'm ready. I'm ready. Go through that memory.
Let's see. You want it from reverse or from the beginning?
Start at the most shocking moment, and that's really the only important moment there.
Okay, so we attacked this thing that had horns, claws, fire, teeth, all that nasty stuff. I came at it. It knocked me clear across a yard into a tool shed. I grabbed a chainsaw, jumped off of a car, and then brought it down on it, cut it in half. Thought it was dead, came back to life, burned it some more. We shot it with a couple of shotguns and stabbed it multiple times until it finally stopped moving. Let's see. After that, it went in.
Stop. I'm gonna stop right there. As you're describing it, you're sort of unconsciously just going through the tally marks in your head, but the entire scenery around you is shaping and shifting very violently as you are back at that moment. You are back behind that car. You are back like, with your friend and fellow hunter. Particularly, you're with Vinny right now behind the busted up car. He's looking at you. He's like, he's got a good face in his shoulder. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna just give me a second. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
She's just gonna rub her head. Oh, balls. Okay, man. This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna run right at him, and I'm going to come up from the opposite side.
All right. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And as a very interject, then he holds up his cleaver and he's ready. He jumps up there. He's running across the lawn. But then something happens. Boom! Kaboom! Kaboom! And you see Benny torn to fucking shreds by buckshot as he falls, not 10 feet away from where you stood up.
While he was going in for that, was I able to go in?
He's like, yeah, sure, you can win, but this is the immediate reaction. And Benny is laying down on the ground, bleeding profusely. He got shot. He got fucking shot, hurt hard.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of where things were headed that first time. She's gonna go ahead and make her cleave attack.
Okay, okay. Go ahead. Use your intelligence plus melee.
Alright. I guess I'm kind of recreating this whole thing again.
Yeah, yeah, to some degree, and it's recreating you.
Alright.
And as I said that, that's more of the voice of a familiar stranger in your head rather than my voice.
Alright, then gonna gamble all the conviction. That's 8
Okay.
conviction. So that's 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Difficulty 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 successes.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, how confident do you feel like you fucked that thing up? Actually, go ahead and roll willpower at 5 because of the hideous success you just had.
Do. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say she's fairly confident she destroyed the thing.
Okay, okay, you do it. It's it's totally down on the ground. You have your victorious knife there, and the scene isn't immediately changing. There's still Benny down there behind you, and as you look at him, if you subconsciously recognize that he's there, he sort of gets back up, but he's not exactly Benny anymore. He's still got all the right facial features. He's still got the stupid fuck all grin. He's still that whiny bastard that has a vague European lint to him. But he, he's got parts of his skin are just not there. The burns and scar marks are riddling through his self, and you just see him being blasted continuously, almost unbelievable. And you also notice something very particular. His clothes. They're not Vinny's clothes. They're Keith's clothes.
Just gonna take a few steps forward and look at him, and then look at the at Benny and just gonna bite her lip a bit.
You
I,
did this. I trusted you. Pow, pow. And even where every word and sentence is punctuated by another buckshot. Pow, pow. I trusted you. Pow. We were going to make it. Pow. Journey. Pow, pow.
I was gonna make it. You were wearing armor. You knew the risks of the hunt, just as I do.
he, Lenny's actually laughing now. Oh. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? He says continuously over and over again, and more of his clothes just being taken over by Keith. He's like, and you know Keith,
Oh
the
yeah, she
one
knows Keith.
the one that your the one that your father just destroyed. Hey, and the more and more this charade of a memory continues, the more and more he becomes less Benny and more Keith. Ta, ta, we're gonna make it. Ta, make the big time. Ta, ta, just a few more scores. Ta, that was gonna be it. Ta, why are you shooting me? And as he says, why are you shooting me, you realize that there's a shotgun in your hand and you've been firing.
She's gonna take the shotgun, and her face is gonna go very stale at this point, as she's gonna just place the shotgun right up underneath his Adam's apple.
Okay.
And she's gonna look at him. We were gonna die. I was gonna die. You were gonna kill me. This habit was going to kill me. And if it
But
had,
baby, started with love, didn't it? It started with love.
the one thing that I came to realize in rehab was that an addict doesn't love anything but the drug. You liked having me around, I'm sure, but you never cared anything about me. You cared about your next hit. You cared about the money. You cared about the adventure. You cared about the life. And I didn't see it at the time.
Okay, okay, perfectly reasonable. Make a willpower roll. I'll give you a difficulty 7 since you're role playing this fanatically well.
No successes.
Oh, nasty. You want to end this. You want to end this, but some part of you doesn't want to end. Some part of you, yeah, all of you're saying is fucking true as shit. Yeah, this guy was terrible for you, but you don't want him to just die because there was something initially they caught your eye, drew you to him, and kept you there for a little bit. No matter what horrible, heinous bullshit he put you through afterward, that little memory, those little niceties, those little stuff, they still hold the weight. And you want to kill him, you do, but you don't. You want to end this, but you don't.
She's gonna just kind of lower the shotgun a bit and lower her head. All the shit I've been through, I've killed quite a few people, quite a few things. Some of them I'm not proud of. Tell me something, Keith. What was I to you? No bullshit.
No bullshit? Well, I don't know what to tell you. So, fun. And then crazy. And then your father fucked me up.
The thing about it was is that I freaked out when he did that to you, and that was wrong. He should have never did that to you. He should have never hurt you. She's gonna keep the shotgun lowered where it is, and she's got it leveled at a particular spot. She's gonna look up at him. Aside from the drugs, it was the excitement. It was everything. It was the sex. You brought me to a place that was hard to obtain. But, yeah. The one thing I regret is that I never did anything to make sure you couldn't do it to somebody else. Someone else like me.
You
She's
live and
gonna
learn.
attempt to pull the trigger at that point.
It's like, okay. I'm gonna say, really, you live and learn. I'm gonna go my own way. You're not gonna pull that shotgun. And then I'm gonna go my own way. That's it. That's how this ends. I leave. But remember, whatever new person that you want to bone, whatever new thrill that you want to see, whatever new adventure you want to see or hear from, whatever new experience, remember, I'm just around the corner.
Yeah, she's gonna pull that trigger. She's pulling
Okay.
that trigger.
Okay. You pull the trigger. You blast. But this is the one blast that doesn't hurt him. He turns around and he leaves. Billy, remember, you're the collection of what you are. Never forget that. The good and the bad. Accept yourself.
She's just gonna kind of drop down to her knees at this point and huff, toss the shotgun away.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a real quick die. What are you thinking immediately after this? Oh, do you want to go to
Juno's
Latin?
Juno's thinking about the good and the bad. That's what he said, right?
Yes. Accept the good and the bad. It's who you are.
She's gonna go back to the by the dumpster.
Are we going back to that scene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Fairly reasonable. You were again in your hobo's attire, or you were in the back alleyway of a bar, or and you know the mission for you, and well, you're again met with the mother cat. But again, it's it's got scar marks all over itself. Look, it's got the scar mark you have around its neck, and as it's moving around, flopping around, its head sort of moves side to side for a moment. And it's like questioning why it's even here. What am I doing here? It's thinking.
I'm gonna roll intelligence, vampire lore.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
At least one success, maybe more.
Okay, okay. What are you trying to get at?
She knows that one shoe was not normal, and she knows what she felt like after she was fed on, and she remembered that this cat looked wrong to her at the time. Given
Hmm.
everything that she knows now,
Yes, yes. Actually, the way you're coming at it, the mental somatic. Give me a, give me a, uh, give me the stamina empathy roll at difficulty 4.
a stamina what?
Stamina empathy.
Hmm. Yes, I did finally buy the empathy. Fuck that noise. 2 successes.
Or 3 successes.
Oh,
At your
three
difficulty
successes.
4.
Oh, difficult. Okay, yeah.
You get a complete success. Um, as you look at this thing, it's almost a mental connection that both of you guys have felt a similar draining effect and felt a similar emotion control to degree. The, whatever for good or bad, harmful or helpful, well, you really got to be able to tell. But you really feel that same sympathetic connection.
She's just gonna reach out her hand at that point for the cat.
It's ignoring your hand and going straight for the dumpster.
She's gonna take a sigh and stand up. Of all the things that I've done over the past few months, this is the one thing I regret. And she's gonna walk to the edge of the alleyway where she knows that Megan and One Shoe are gonna be coming around soon, leaving the cat behind.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, as you leave the cat behind, the cat goes through some rigorous gymnastics and eventually finds its way into the dumpster. And as it's lifting the flap up, it's looking back at you. Meow, meow, meow. And almost subconsciously, you're feeling it again. And Keaton's words are echoing through your head. The good and the bad, they're what you are. Accept them both. So as it goes down to inside the dumpster again, and there is a delightful amount of purring and recognition and sympathetic bond. And yeah, this is not a good memory. This is not a horrible memory now either. It's just is. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out actually. Good job. Didn't kill the cat this time. Although you didn't, successfully complete what I wanted to complete, you did a good job. Okay, okay. The rest of this scene is really insubstantial to your emotional state at the time. But, eh, 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 we're gonna go forward to you running away from the wolves.
Hmm. Which part? The part where they're heading up to the cabin, or the part after which?
Actually, all three events are beginning to blur to a degree. The wolves you found on Staten Island, and the wolves coming to the cabin, the wolves at the cabin, they all seem to be coalescing to some point. And in fact, one of the wolves is coalescing into an entirely different figure. One that has broken shoelaces, is broken but it's still a wolf in your mind, right? But it's also him. And the memory of being cut through, all those little jolts are just simultaneously snapping together as you're coming to the point in which you are at the cabin with the wolves there as well. You know the warning, three claws, and you can see them coming back into the room.
She's still holding Rosemary at this point?
You see a shadowy thing that you are holding, right? But if you don't concentrate on it, it's nothing in particular. In fact, actually, if you, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here. It's something you don't recognize at all, actually. It's someone that has blonde hair, colorful clothing, and similar demeanor to you, but you do not recognize this person at fuck all. You just know a name.
What's the name?
Tall.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. She's gonna look at the wolves and set call down, and she's gonna pull out a blade from the bandolier, one in each hand.
Okay, okay. Totally reasonable. The world is circling behind you right now, around you. Sitfoot is right in front of you. Whatever he looked like in the real world, well, he's now taking on a different. His eyes are completely blooded over. His fangs are protruded. His flesh still looks, for the most part, alive. It, but it's also covered in little patches of fur as well. As he as he as he mouths something. And unless you're concentrating on it, you can't hear it. It's just accusatory. Just screams and yells and pain and anguish and confusion.
Mm-hmm.
And a whole bunch of rage. Also, and and give me another stamina plus empathy roll.
No successes.
One success because you got the four.
Ah,
Again, this is inside your own head. Things are different. Things are
okay.
both easier and more difficult. If you look at him, you feel rage, and you feel like you felt this kind of rage before at some point. And and for some reason, do you have any academics?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Roll me intelligence by academics.
Uh, three successes.
Okay, okay. Um, there's something in your head. Um, for some strange fuck off reason, you were reading about some time ago about the um Ireland Liberation Front or IRA or something like that. It's a terrorist organization. that was in Ireland 20, 30 years ago. And typically it was, you don't remember the entirety of our article because that's not important right now. What is important is the idea of violence begets violence, of retaliation creates more retaliation. Even if the first attack was an accident, without understanding of your enemy, you become your enemy to a degree.
She's gonna look at the wolf. She's gonna think about what she's heard. And she's gonna still look down at Call's body laying at her feet, and then look at the wolf and shake her head. You got Rosemary. You're not getting this one. You can walk away.
Ah, 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 more pain and against food version, retaliation, and retaliation, and go ahead and roll me ward. Just roll ward.
Oh, geez, I haven't rolled out in ages. Gotta take a look. Hang on.
You got it. You better use it.
Stamina and zeal. Difficulty 6. That is 7 dice. 3 successes.
Okay. Hold on a minute. And with your second sight, you do realize that this person, or this entity, this um, split shoe slash wolf slash everything else. It's not it, but it's also an invasion of someplace else. It's intuitively not of you, but also none of itself, or what it masquerades as, and it's coming through to you. Yeah, you got 3 successes on your ward, which is fantastic, but this guy got 4.
Alright, bring it.
All right, fantastic. It just wants to lunge at you and beat down at you, and for like half a second almost. Roll me willpower.
What's my difficulty?
Oh, oh, yeah, 1 success.
What's the difficulty?
You got it's difficult, standard difficulty. I will leave
Yeah,
it
then 1
and
success.
yeah. Hmm. Okay. Do you happen to remember what Call's difficulty was?
Call's difficulty?
Call's willpower, sorry.
I do believe hers was fairly high. Hers was 7.
No, okay, fantastic. Not too bad actually. Not too bad actually. Okay. There's a confrontation of sorts, and the body that is lying down, which you know of whole, well, is still lying down for the moment. You try to tear it, you try to blast him away, but unfortunately, it's like you can't do it. You can't get it away. This monster, this amalgamation the things that are wrong, things that may be wrong, things that are definitely fucking wrong. It's just not retreating. It's just not going away. No matter how many slices you put, it's just not going away. And then whole body, damn, stands up straight, still bloody, still fucked you all land, and grabs grabs the entity wholeheartedly in hand, makes it solid, makes it take one shape, which is again the wolf. Well, grabs it up and then hurls it away. And then Cole's body looks at you. It's still very much dead, but there's some recognition in her eye, her dead eye, as as he takes a knife a knife that you may have used at one point. Yes or no, it really doesn't matter here. But she takes a lighter, lights the knife handle, which comes alive. And suddenly she has a mini torch in her hand, and she passes it over to you with a few words of parting. Continue. Do not, do not go silently into the darkness. Fight.
She'll reach out and grab hold of the handle.
Okay, fantastic. You do, and suddenly you're back in the Blackstone bar again, as you've completed this little episode with inside yourself. And you pop back, and there's the fuck off imp guy there, just looking at you.
I really don't like this place.
Uh, okay. How much time passed for you? Because I've got like a minute.
I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20?
Like, yeah, it could be worse. We could be here for years, and that would just
Yeah, that would suck.
So, good dreams, bad dreams. I saw a lot of flashes of something, a lot of action, but I really couldn't get a hold of what you were doing for the most part.
Trust me, you're much happier not knowing.
Like, okay, okay, okay. Um, well, I don't know what to tell you, but I do have a question though.
Okay?
Why are you wearing a wedding dress?
She's just gonna look down and see what she's wearing.
Okay, okay. When you first came to this place, you were wearing your standard clothes, your casual attire, your inner mind's eyes, idealized form of yourself, plus a few scratches because well, you got hurt, so it's hard to it's hard to shake away stuff like that and immediately. And you were definitely in a wedding dress, not like a full triangle, 30-piece gown with like a bunch of fucking fabric, but almost practical wedding dress. If such a thing, if such a term ever was applicable.
She's just gonna look at it and then look up to the guy with the horns. The
Like
actual.
I don't do I don't do that.
I have no idea. I've never had any inkling to get married.
Like eh, maybe your maybe a fiance boyfriend.
Haven't had one in a very, very long time.
Like, okay, okay. And as you say, haven't had one in a very long time. And that's what you want to say. That's what you're thinking you're saying. But what actually comes out of your mouth is, I had one fiance.
She's gonna bite her lip a bit.
Like, okay, so you had a fiance. Did you guys get close? Did you
She's gonna
guys?
start shaking her head. Mm.
Okay, okay. Uh, again, crazy bitches. Bitches are crazy. Okay, okay. Uh, oh, fuck my did you have anyone that was kind of like your boyfriend at some one point?
She's gonna think about it and
No, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Um, there is one time that sort of pops in your head. Um, it's a time a long time ago. Oh, an encounter with a water monster.
oh, okay, you're gonna go there. I
Yeah,
was
pretty
thinking of totally something totally different.
much.
which would have been entertaining all the same. But yes, okay, I know what you're talking about.
He's like, yes, indeed. Your mind shifts there, and the consequences of the scene really isn't that important to your emotional state. But you do understand that when you played along and you pretended to be in a successful relationship, that idea of a successful relationship, throughout all the bullshit relationships you had, is a strangely interesting idea that you never quite come to terms with.
Just gonna think about it for a minute and going it over. I mean, she remembers posing as Trent's fiance, and that was interesting enough. But she keeps on thinking about it, and the only person she can think of that she's haven't even had even a close to an intimate relationship with is Ghost at this point.
Okay, okay. Now, as soon as you connect those two ideas together, you are no longer in the bar. Alright, your feet are walking outside the bar. Almost, these next two things almost happen as if it's an team. You're walking along, the poor goat boy is trying to follow you very, very fast, although you're speeding along like an amazing motherfucker. And suddenly you're at a chapel in a church, and the old boy trying to keep up, and eventually he does. And he is inconsequential to the rest of us. But you're in the middle of a wedding. If you've ever been into a church, it's a nice church. If you've ever dreamed about, playing a princess or doing stuff like that, that is your immediate moment with all your friends and family to one side, and well, the other side is sort of obscured and missed because you really can't rationalize the faces of the other person getting married.
She's gonna walk towards the altar, and she's gonna begin to see if she can't see that punkish vampire at this point.
Okay, okay, okay. Up at the front, you do see something. Oh, how do you describe it? I'm having so much fun here. Okay, okay. You see the ridiculous fuck off haircut with mohawk and the colored red wings and shit like that. But the clothes that this punk is wearing is not her own clothes. It's in fact, it looks like welding equipment. It looks like she's carrying around welding equipment and a jumpsuit type of fashion that maybe a car mechanic would use when they're on the job. But the fit is definitely there.
She's gonna look at this person with the haircut, and then look at herself, look at everybody else around, and then look back to that person. What's with the getup? What's with the outfit?
And the words seem incredibly distant because although you've imagined this day, the words aren't coming out exactly clear. You're gonna, if you want to impart something inside that, you're gonna have to like exert some kind of huge fuck up will.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
I'm pretty much saying that you have no idea what would actually be said here. You've envisioned it, but unfortunately, without a commitment of will, it's just not happening.
I can roll my willpower if you want.
Like, sure, 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 sure. Difficulty 9, because you're trying to project something that isn't there. All the other stuff was the stuff that was there. This isn't here.
No successes.
Okay, okay. There's still the wah wah wah, like in those peanut cartoons, but you definitely think that it is. You think it's reassuring, but you're not quite certain. Certain, and as you as the procession, as the event is continuing, unless you decide to put a halt to this, it's going to continue because you're at a wedding. You're at your wedding. What could go wrong?
Yeah, she's not really comfortable with how things are going. She's had no real romantic feelings towards Trent whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she's looking at what she assumes is Ghost in Trent's garb, and she's just gonna grab the collar up and kind of shake Ghost a bit and be like, "Why are you wearing this?"
What? You know what's subconscious of the not words as in spoken words, but something inside your head. It I always cared. I tried to help.
Hmm. Can I
It
roll
doesn't.
perception empathy on this one?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because what I'm going to try and do is perceive who's saying that. If it's Trent or um, Ghost.
Yeah, go ahead.
One success?
Okay. One success. This voice is more familiar to you than Ghost was, simply because of the longevity and the closeness you associate with this voice. Is and yeah, it's not a romantic kind of thing.
She's gonna she's gonna frown a bit.
And the priest is there, and he's ready to swear your words. And if you actually look towards him, you recognize someone you haven't seen in a long time. He's another hunter.
Who is he?
You've heard stories. If you haven't heard of him, you definitely feel. If you have never met him, you've always heard stories about him. His name, he's Father Monty, of course.
She's gonna kind of look at him. Uh, um,
Sister, is there something amiss?
let's see. She looks at herself. I'm in a wedding dress. I was at a bar just a minute ago. I'm hearing a man's voice come out of this woman, and she's also wearing welding attire. There's a lot going wrong right now.
Hmm, that sounds like a personal issue. If you're, I'm pretty sure you're a sound mind, and clearly the hunt hasn't damaged you that far. Sure. And as he says, hunt, the wedding, the wedding chamber, the wedding silence, sort of stripping itself away. It starts putting itself back together, not as a church, but as a building in Coney Island, actually. It definitely feels like a safe place. And as you think about this, the event that you were at, the wedding per se, although it wasn't normal, it was strange and exaggerated, it felt somewhat comforting in that weird kind of way. But this place is also comforting in a weird kind of way.
Is she still in the wedding dress?
I don't know. Do you want to be out of the wedding dress?
Yeah. That's making
Roll
her very
willpower difficulty
uncomfortable.
8.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah. Roll willpower difficulty 8.
Deuces.
Hey, fantastic. Let's see. You're back in your regular clothes. You're at the stronghold. Monty is there.
Oh, thank God. She's gonna start looking around. Who's with her?
Um, uh, I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Oh, well, I didn't make it across the pond. Um, um, you see, you don't see Monty anymore, which is unfortunate. You see Gut Boy, so apparently you're still in a, dreamscape, future or past memory, and you see Ghost.
She's gonna look at Ghost, and has Ghost changed at all? Is Ghost still wearing the welding attire?
Uh, a lot of the exaggerated portions of a welder are missing, but she's still wearing the jumpsuit.
Yeah. Are you gonna behave?
And you're saying this to,
Ghost.
I'm just thirsty. You don't have to be a bitch about it.
Yeah, I know you are. Somehow I have a feeling that right now you're a figment of my imagination, which I'm going to assume maybe puts you on a leash.
Blah 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 blah. I'm thirsty.
Just sit down and be good. And she points at a chair.
Ghost will not sit down. She's gonna stand in the chair simply because she has that red belly streak in her. She's doing mostly what you want. She's just taking one step and just saying "fuck you" to it.
She's then going to turn to Goat Boy. Do you know where we are?
Uh, uh, no idea.
She's going to reach to one of the tables and pick up one of the rags off of it that she's been using to clean the knives when she's been forging them. I'm going to wrap
Mm-hmm.
this around your eyes because you can't see what's
No,
here.
you're not. No, 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 no. We're not wrapping anything around my eyes. I learned my trick with the fucking knife. No, I'm not doing this.
I'm going to have to insist.
Okay. Are we going someplace?
Not necessarily, like I said. You just need to wear this.
Okay. But can it be like a can it be clean, wet, or dirty?
Or you can take your shirt and wrap it around your eyes and use that as a blindfold.
Uh, sure. And as he goes to pull the shirt up, he looks at you. You're not gonna pull the knife on me again, are you?
Not unless you give me a reason.
Okay, okay, okay. He pulls off the shirt. He does one of those that ninja kind of things you can do with the black shirt and just sort of put it right there. Or like, okay, don't know what I'm doing here.
Alright. And there, can we call this a cutoff point?
Do you need to go somewhere? Because I can seriously go like 10 more minutes and then you're done.
I do need to go somewhere.
Okay, 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 okay. Um, okay. But I'm gonna give you this one ominous thing before you go. As you're doing that all up, actually scratch it. I can finish this in 1 minute.
Okay.
As you're putting the towel around and said, there's a crashing and breaking of glass and steel and barges, and then all around you, almost immediately, there are the moans and ungodly hands of the undead, and you see, oh my God, do you see this flashing bright image before you, of an iron triangle? Insane.
NC.